Well, spring is in the air, and so is love. The Shotgun Players' latest production of A Triumph of Love, where you can see the dread, the anxiety, and the jealousy of budding romances. And joining us now with more on the play is the Shotgun's artistic director, Patrick Dooley. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, so happy to have you here. So, you know, it's springtime. We're thinking about love. I always call it mating season, springtime,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Everybody's like taking the coats off.
The flowers are open.
Exactly.
Come love me.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we are talking about a play here. Now, I was talking to you about this before because you think sometimes of the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical aspects of love, but that was actually based on this play.
Yeah, this play actually was written in 1732.
Wow.
By Marivaux, and the adaptation we're doing was written in the early 90s by someone named Stephen Wadsworth. But yeah, so the play preceded the musical, and believe it or not, also preceded the movie, which came out a few years ago.
So what was the impetus to do this play? Why this play now?
Oh my gosh, you know, I've loved the play for a long time, and you know, after like this last few years of just being shut indoors and sort of cut off from each other and cut off from like the intimate contact that we're so used to having, I thought, like, let's do a whole season of plays just focused on love, and not just like the budding romance and the mating love they're talking about, but also like the dread, the anxiety. Like, you get the whole package when you get love. And I thought, like, this was the, you know, we're getting back into like having connections with each other in person, and the theater's a great place to do that. And love seems to be like the subject that's like, it's going to be the best way to bring everybody together.
The universal language,
yes,
they say,
that's it.
right? So tell me a little bit about the theater, though, because I was reading about you guys, and what I love is that you are all about making theater accessible to your community and kind of being a part of the community. So tell us where you are and kind of why that's so important to
Well,
you.
we got started in 1992. Our theater, for the last 15 years, we've been at a place called the Ashby Stage, right there by the Ashby BART station in South Berkeley. And yeah, we actually have the word affordable in our mission statement. And so we have a lot of initiatives so that we can make theater affordable to everybody. We feel like theater should be one of those things that anybody can experience.
Yeah, I think that's such a great thing, because like, a lot of people look at it and think, oh, you know, I can't afford to get tickets to that, or I can't do that.
I can only go when my grandma takes me, you know.
Exactly. So we're going to see a live performance today. Tell me a little bit about what we're going to see and kind of the scene that we're going to look in on.
Sure, I'll give you a little setup here. So the Princess Leonide, she's the Princess of Sparta. And she has come to find out that she actually has come to her position sort of like through the back door. Her uncle overthrew the king because his wife had an affair with the king.
Uh-oh.
I know. It's you know, love is trouble, right? And so she feels like I want to, and there was a love child that came from this king. Yeah, I know. It gets thicker. It gets thicker and thicker. So she wants to find out who is this love child, this person, what's going on with him. So she goes to spy on him in this garden where he's being raised by these two rationalist philosophers, and she sees him under a tree reading a book, and it's love at first sight.
Oh, my.
And so here's this person who's supposed to be like the rightful heir. She's fallen in love with him. And so she wants to, like, in some way, so she's in love with him. She wants to, like, make that happen.
Do something about it.
She wants to do something about that. But she also feels like a responsibility to, like, restore him to the throne.
Gotcha.
And so she knows if she goes there as herself, that she could be in trouble. So she goes in disguise. And these people here don't like her. And so what she has to do is to woo the people that are protecting him, have them fall in love with her. These two rationalist philosophers who have sworn off love.
Aha. Okay, so tell me one more time before we get into the scene we're about to see. Where is the show? When can people see it? How can they get tickets?
Yeah, this is very important information. So the most important thing folks can do is go to their, turn on their laptops and go to www.shotgunplayers.org. And you'll see the pictures for the show, The Triumph of Love. And you can click there and get your tickets. It's running now Thursdays through Sundays for the next few weeks. And yeah.
Perfect. All right, great. Marianne Rogers and Veronica Renner, ladies, take it away.
A few days ago, as I was passing through these parts, I saw a woman who did not see me. I will describe her to you. Perhaps you know her. She is small, but not too small. Yet still, she is really quite majestic. I have never seen such nobility of bearing. I have never seen a union of such tender features, with an air so imposing, so controlled, so stern, even. one cannot help but loving her, with a love that is timid, even frightened of the awe that she inspires. She is young, but not with that youthful flightiness I have always deplored. All unfulfilled promise, knowing how to amuse the eye, but not yet deserving to touch the heart. No, she is young in a different way. At an age in which her charms, at the height of their powers, are richly and eloquently blended. When she can take pleasure in knowing exactly who she is. When her well-tempered soul has lit up her beauty with its unmistakable, subtle radiance.
I do not know her, sir. This woman is unknown to me, and the picture you paint of her is surely too flattering.
This woman who I adore, madame, is so many times more wonderful than the picture I have painted of her. I tell you, I had no intention of stopping here, but was transfixed by her beauty. And I watched her closely for a long time. She was conversing with someone. She smiled from time to time. I saw in her gestures a certain sweetness, a generosity, a kindness. And I also saw it shining with piercing clarity from her solemn, quiet eyes.
Who can she be speaking of?
After a while, she left, and when I asked who she was, I learned that she was the sister of a distinguished and respectable man.
Am I dreaming?
She is never married, but lives with her brother in a retreat, whose stoical pleasure she prefers to the confusion of the world, inhospitable to the truly virtuous. In short, I have only heard good things about her, and so my reason, as much as my heart, finally determined that I must love her.
Spare me the rest, sir. I do not know what love is, and I would advise you poorly on something of which I have no understanding.
Please, let me finish, madame. And don't let this word love shock you. The love I'm speaking of is not at all profane. It is pure, ennobling, virtuous. In fact, my love of virtue kindles my love for this woman. These two loves are inextricably mingled, for they are the same love. For if I love her, if I see her form as something perfectly beautiful, it is because my soul sees in everything, everywhere, the image of her perfectly virtuous heart.
Please let me go, sir. I'm expected at the house, and we have been speaking a long time.
I'm nearly through, madame. Transported and changed forever by these feelings, I vowed to love her forever, and in doing so, to consecrate my days to the service of virtue itself. I resolved to speak to her brother, and, under the pretext of improving myself, to get his permission to stay in his house. And once there, close to her, submissive, attentive, tender, I would make her a gift of my love, respect, my reverence, and my passion, for the gods have willed it so.
I am trapped. Can I free myself?
Yay! That was so great. Thank you, ladies. That was so wonderful.
So fun.
So tell me quickly, what is the one thing that you're most excited about opening the show?
Oh, it's just been so fun to play it and do a comedy. You know, it's great to have the audience there and have them laugh with you and have them on that journey. Something that's like really important during times like this.
Yeah, and what is it about the theater that draws you to it?
The other people, they're my tribe.
Yeah, I get that. I'm a theater girl, y'all. I love my actors. I love my actors.